I say watching these soccer matches is great work for working on my accent, because you know the guys that do the commentary all have very thick accents. Well, the one guy has kind of a standard British accent, but the other guy that they have tonight has a very thick Scottish accent. I don't know what part of Scotland he's from, but it's very good. Alright, so next, you got to put some oil into the pan. Okay, I'm just going to stop that because that'll be annoying. Salad oil. And you got your basic dial, 1 to 10. So, you know, it's in Japan, but it's not that complicated. I got it cooked up to about 7. Get some heat coming out of that. Got my chopping board, the chicken, diced it up. Next, I'll wash that off and do the lettuce. So not a lot of prep in this. I gotta grate my cheese. And in my microwave range, this is what we have as far as an oven. I got tortilla in here, and I just like to warm my tortillas. So this one that says toast comes on, and it'll heat up for about 3 minutes. Oh, almost 4 minutes. And you can't even see it yet because it hasn't really started. But that's like a top-down toast function. And then there's some other buttons on here if you want like to make microwave popcorn, or if you want to like cook something and it kind of more all over cooks. I don't know. But anyway, my predecessor was nice enough. She actually made me this chart that tells me like this means defrost, this means start, this means this. This is how you get microwave. And this little chart, and I've left it on my thing even though I don't need it anymore, that tells me what all these buttons in kanji mean. Okay, so more in a minute. Sorry for the bad accent. Okay. Okay, got the lettuce chopped up, gotta do my cheese. See over here, the chicken's doing okay. I'll add the seasoning in a minute and some water. One of the reasons I make this meal about probably 3 or 4 times a month is it's a good way for me to eat lettuce without it just having to be a boring salad. And I'm sure diet guru Eric Surf 6 would say I'm going about it all wrong, but there's just not a lot of lettuce in the daily Japanese diet, so this is a good way for me to get some lettuce. Okay, so my tortilla is all set. And I just thought I'd show you real quick, in a lot of Japanese sinks there's no disposal, little net down there, and you empty it, you know, as often as you feel prudent. I make this in the winter any day I want, but if I make this meal in the summer, I kind of have to think about like, is the next day the day I take out the trash, because it gets so hot in my apartment in the summer that the trash sitting here in my trash can will you know, start to smell like the little chicken skins and stuff I peeled off the chicken before I chopped it up. And conversely, in the winter, my apartment is so cold that I set the chicken out from my tiny freezer here. You know, took it out all frozen like this to defrost, and in like 4 or 5 hours I let it sit out. It still hadn't completely defrosted because, you know, it's not very warm in here. So you have to think about that, like how much time do things need to defrost in the winter, etc. Okay, well, that chicken sounds like it's doing good. Almost finished. More in a minute. Okay, so the chicken's all seasoned, nice and brown, still kind of juicy. Poured some dressing onto the tortilla. So let's get some chicken on there. Dum, dum, dum. Always tend to overload the first one. Alright, looking good. Gonna add some croutons and some cheese. Okay. Get a little bit of crunch. Some cheese on there. As you can see, I really like cheese. And some lettuce. Oh, that's a big slice. Okay, and then you roll that up and eat it. I'm a firm believer in paper towel, or as they call it here in Japan, kitchen paper. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed cooking with Jason. I don't know if that satisfied the questions the people had who originally asked me to show me cooking. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Grande.
Denmark funny.
What's your remain ever do a stand-up act?
Well, a local TV broadcast, if I'm reading this correctly.
Press guidance says it's a victory. They were going to let conglomerates like Merck Media, Viacom get its 45% of all homes.
And that's
We see.
39.47%, a number that ought to come with a decoder ring and a jar of Ovaltine.
You see, I just gotta have a